So today we're going to talk about what all the channels on YouTube get wrong about EMP and solar storm effects. Now, they all talk about the direct effects of a solar storm or an EMP killing vehicles and the mobility. There's a much worse secondary problem that results from EMP and solar storms. And what that is secondary kills on mobility of vehicles. Now, the way that works is in modern vehicles, you have a lot of relays, modules, computers, microelectronics, light gauge wiring, sensors, and switches. And what happens is the EMP will come along and you may be in an area where you don't get a kill from the EMP. It just damages your vehicle. But the damage is hard to diagnose and find, and you won't understand what happened until 1 to 5 days later. And the reason is when you damage some of these components, you end up creating a parasitic draw for the batteries of the vehicle. And what happens is, depending on how many amps that parasitic draw pulls, it will kill your batteries and you will not be able to start your vehicle. And the tertiary part of that problem is trying to recharge batteries that are drained below certain voltages. So in my shop, I have some Chinese battery chargers that are similar to ones I had when I was a kid. The ones I had when I was a kid, you actually had to stay with the battery and make sure they didn't boil, because you could charge a battery that had absolutely no charge on it. And it might take you a day or 2 days to do that. And you could also reverse issues with deposition on the plates and the batteries. And what happens is most of the smart chargers you have today, when you try to recharge a battery, if it's below 6 volts, it won't charge the battery. It'll show a fault and it just won't charge it. So you have potential batteries that are turned in as cores every day that could actually be recharged and conditioned if you had the right charger. So when we get back to talking about EMP and what's going to kill most of the vehicles, is it's really simple things. Like a lot of these door latches, they have switches in them. And when you push the switch in, it tells the truck that the door is closed. Now, if that switch fails, it can have an alarm. And if you don't notice the alarm, it'll drain your battery down in like 2 to 3 days. If a dome light stays on and it pulls a 1/2 amp or 1/3 of an amp, you could have dead batteries that are below 6 volts the next morning. So when we're looking at these things, your fuses are here. You can damage fuses and you can actually have voltage jump across the fuses and damage stuff. And in these F350s, F250s, and F100s, behind the fuse panel here, we have connected on the back of the fuse box a GEM module. And that GEM module is very susceptible to EMP damage. And it's very hard to tell unless you have a good meter whether the problem's in the GEM or it's in the switches. And it's usually cheaper to try to replace switches. So just keep in mind all this electronic stuff, your radios, your controls for your windows going up and down, all these are susceptible to EMP damage, and they will create parasitic draws. And all you need is one to kill the vehicle. And like I said, you need to find a battery charger that you can charge dead batteries that are at 1 volt, 2 volt, recondition them, because most of them won't do that. So this is a topic that's rarely discussed. So always be aware of parasitic drains. because in the EMP situation, if you can't recharge your batteries, you're dead in the water. So please share your thoughts. We'll see you on the next video.